This a memory of when I was hanging on Puritan one night and hell broke loose with the Puritan niggas. Shout out to Puritan, man. Puritan not too far from my hood. Yep, it's a couple miles up. But and growing up in my hood on Linwood, we didn't care about no other hoods. We felt like we was just the toughest hood in the whole city, man. We ain't care about no other hood. So I didn't know too much about Puritan. I ain't give a fuck about Puritan, but my auntie ended up moving over there. She ended up moving on Puritan, and my cousins and them got to rocking with the Puritan niggas. And I started going to my cousins and them crib and started meeting them Puritan niggas and found out them niggas real too. It's real niggas all over the city, man. You know what I mean? But one night we out there with the wild ass Puritan niggas. This was um like 2003, like '03 and shit. We out there and Puritan had some man niggas I cool with. If I see them niggas to this day, man. Puritan at one time helped me get my bag strong, man, on that weed before, man. Them niggas, man. That's another memory I put out there on another one, but um. Shout out to Puritan Mike though, man. He stayed on Linwood. See, Linwood run a long way, but our hood Linwood, like the Linwood niggas, is in between West Grand Boulevard and Joy. And there's other niggas that claim Linwood other places, but that's the main Linwood hood, my neighborhood. But just the street Linwood, that motherfucker run for miles. Like Linwood, like about 4, 5 miles long, longer than that. Yeah, Linwood go from all the way from Grand River to 6 Mile. But all up and down it be different hoods. But now we in the Puritan hood, and them niggas, man. One night they stayed right on Princeton. One night we out there kicking it with the Puritan niggas. Me, my little cousin John, these his homeboys and shit, and the nigga the my cousin pull up, my other cousin, babe, bro, he pull up with his mans. He from Puritan, but he down there from close to Highland Park, nigga named Drees. Shout out to Drees, man. Drees a real nigga. but Drees, babe, bro, Drees pull up and Drees get to fucking with this nigga named Bowleg. Bowleg is my little cousin homeboy. His nigga legs was bow as hell for real too. Ha ha, little Bowleg. He stayed on Linwood and Puritan too. Linwood and Puritan was like one street away from Princeton and shit, from where my auntie crib was at. So we all out there shit on my auntie porch, and the nigga Drees come up, him and Bowleg, they capping and shit, laughing. Bowleg, so Bowleg got a bike out there, dog. And then nigga Drees grabbed the nigga bike like, nigga, y'all ever seen a ghost ride a bike? And we like, what? Man, he grabbed this nigga bike in the middle of the street and ran with that bitch and just let it go. Like, man, that shit was so funny because that bike went so far, and then the bike turned the corner on Florence. I swear to God, like somebody was riding that bitch. That bitch, that bitch went all the way to the side street called Florence and turned the fucking corner. It kept going. We just heard that bitch fall. We didn't even see it fall. We just heard it at the while like. Oh man, we laughed so hard. That shit was so funny, dog. Yeah, well, man, and Drees hopped in the car in the truck with my cousin, babe, bro, and pulled off. And we laugh, everybody laughing except my man Bowleg, because it's like Bowleg was bad as hell. But when Drees left his car out there, you know. And we laughed and joked so hard, Bowleg like, oh, I got something funny for this nigga. Man, he fucked Dree's car up. He took my auntie water hose, put it because Drees left one of his windows down. Oh my God, he that's it funny right now. he turned that he turned that nigga car to a swimming pool. He just kept running. He ran the water hose all over the nigga back seats, all over the front seats. Oh, he did that nigga dirty. He bust his motherfucking tail lights out. He fucked this nigga Dree's car up. We like, damn, we just sitting out there laughing. He kicking dents in this nigga car, standing up on the trunk and shit, bow leg with them bow ass legs. he was so, he was a little chubby nigga too with bow legs like a goddamn midget. He was jumping all up and down on the hood of this nigga car. Everything, dog. He fucked this nigga car up, dog. He ran water all up in his radio, all up on the dashboard. He just kept running water in this nigga car, and we out there, we drinking and smoking, we laughing like a motherfucker, dog, egging that shit on. Yeah. After about an hour, now we just all sitting out there. It's over. I mean, one nigga walked up, the tall nigga. I can't think of his name. He was a bitch out that crew at first, cause we ended up knowing these niggas for a while. My auntie moved there about like 2000, and this like '03, so we've been knowing these niggas for a few years now. So this nigga walk up, the tall nigga, he was a bitch out that crew first. He remind me of Tupac on Juice. Cause this nigga got a motherfucking long 38 and he was losing his mind after that, dog. He popped the first nigga he popped over there, a nigga had cause they knew the nigga was a hoe. They used to hang out at his crib and shit, and they used to steal shit out his crib and all that. The nigga was cool with me, but they was playing him like a hoe. Man, that nigga got that 38, man. That nigga whole shit changed. That tall nigga. I can't think his name. But I, I remember I forgot other dog name too, dog. He tried to play him like a hoe and break in his crib and steal his PlayStation, nigga. That tall nigga caught him in that bitch, nigga, and set him down in the chair and shot the shit out of him. I know how the story went, cause the nigga who got shot, the one who told me and my cousin, he was on the crutches when he told us. He was like, man, that nigga made me sit down in the chair, dog, and that nigga put the gun in my lap and shot me in my motherfucking thigh. And then asked me, was I hit? Nigga asked me, did that shit hurt? Like he was experimenting on the nigga, man. So the tall nigga, been this nigga now, he uncut. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, dog. That nigga got that gun, got some power. He had it on him that night. We out there, that nigga had that long ass 38 on him, and we all sitting on the porch and talking and shit. And Bowleg tell him what happened. Like, man, that bitch ass nigga ran, took my bike, threw it all around the corner, and was talking shit, man. So, man, about an hour passed. This nigga Drees and Babe Bro pull up in my auntie truck and shit. And we sitting on the porch, we laughing. The nigga Drees don't know what happened, dog. This nigga, he done ripped Drees' rear view mirror down, all type of shit. This nigga, I don't know why he went berserk on this car, because that nigga rode his bike around the corner, but Bowleg was tripping. So the Drees walk up talking more shit to Bowleg. Capping on him and shit again. Like, man, you Bowleg, little ugly ass nigga, that. We laughing again and shit. And my cousin Baby Bro, he going to the crib. Drees talking shit. Drees like, man, I'm out of here. We gave him a fab and shit. Drees hopping, but we knew what the fuck happened with his car, dog. So we just sitting there quiet, like, ooh. Drees get in the car. He in the car. He like we could see he turned the key because the lights came like he sat down in the car. we see he turned the key because his rear view lights came on and shit like that. Couple of his lights on his car, and then he didn't even start the motherfucker. He just hopped out of his car and walked straight up on Bowleg. He knew who did it. He walked straight up on Bowleg like, oh bitch, that's how you gonna play me, nigga? Fat on Bowleg's ass. Bam! And so him and Bowleg get to throwing them bitches, nigga. On the porch by us, dog. We sit there, dog. We laughing and shit, me and my cousin, dog. It's funny as hell, but them niggas throwing them bitches good ass fight. So they get out to the sidewalk and into the street. So the taller nigga he jump in it. They get to beating Drees ass. The taller nigga with the pistol. They get to but Drees was throwing him with them niggas, but they get to overpowering Drees, stumping him and shit. And the tall nigga, he whipped. I thought he was about to bust Drees, nigga. That nigga whipped that gun out, nigga. Had that bitch in Drees' face. Drees was on the ground, nigga, and that's how they got the overpowering him. Because when they was scrapping him head up, 2-on-1, Drees was still getting with them niggas. That nigga whipped that gun out. That took a little power from Drees. And they had him on the ground. He had that gun in his face. And that's when they got to stomping Drees. And then my cousin, babe, bro, he ran out the house. Boom. And he grabbed the tall nigga with the pistol. Like, bitch, get off my mans. Nah, they going in a circle. They ain't fighting, but babe, bro, like got the tall nigga around his wrapped around, got his arms wrapped around the tall nigga. But the tall nigga, see, they wasn't gonna scrap with Babe Bruh because they respected us. Babe Bruh crew, we from Linwood, you know what I mean, from our hood, and we was harder than the Puritan niggas, the ones that we was around. So he ain't trying to buck up at Babe Bruh, when he had him, he just like, man, let me go, let me go. And Babe Bruh like, fuck that, man, get up off my man's dog. And Babe Bruh spinning the nigga around in the circle. Babe Bruh calling for his stepdaddy, my nigga Terry, Uncle Terry. He like, Terry, bring the heat around. Babe Bruh got the nigga and the nigga like, man, let me go, dog. Babe Bruh let the nigga go and shit. Uncle Terry come out with the strap. And Terry like, man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us, man. And they got a couple more licks on Drees and they walk off and shit, man. And Babe Bro was mad as hell though. Like, man, y'all niggas gonna jump my man's dog, bitch ass niggas. He was mad for his man Drees, and he went out there and got them niggas off Drees. You know what I mean? But they did get a more couple kicks after Babe Bro let him go, cause Terry like, man, let that nigga go, man. I ain't got nothing to do with you, man. That's them niggas. And that was it. It wasn't no more to it, man. But that shit was funny. But that nigga, we got quiet when that tall nigga put that gun in that nigga Dree's face. We was like, whoa. We thought he's about to pop that nigga. He contemplate popping that nigga too out there. You could tell how he was looking. That tall nigga, man. I wonder whatever happened to that tall nigga, man. Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to him, man. Yeah. Bow legs. I ain't seen them niggas in years, man. I ain't seen them niggas since about '05 or something. Yeah, but them, I ain't know Puritan had wild niggas till we went down there and they did, dog. And I got way more stories of that at Puritan, man, because we end up being down there like a motherfucker. Like my auntie end up moving and niggas turn her house into the trap house, boy. So we was, man. Yo, we got spent a lot of time on Puritan, man. It was good times on Puritan. Shout out to Puritan, man. Like I said, shout out to my man Puritan Mike, man, Bowleg. It was a lot of them niggas. I can't remember a lot of them niggas' names now because that shit been so long ago. And that shit was like a million blunts ago. I can't remember all them niggas' names, but if I see them boys, they gonna show us respect, man. Them niggas respected us, man. Even though we weren't from down there, we was like some big dogs to them niggas. And I remember my little cousin them end up getting into it with Bowleg and them. Bowlegs was his man's. But I remember they end up getting into it. We damn near had to take it to them niggas, man, one time. Yeah, but ain't shit really happened too much, man. Yeah, but shout out to Puritan. That was a funny ass night that night, man. That shit had us crying laughing. Have you ever seen a ghost ride a bike? Man, that nigga rode that bike, man. I ain't never seen no bike go that far with nobody on it, man. That motherfucker turned the corner, still riding, dog. We had to hear that bitch fall. That shit was so funny, man.